Hello everybody, and welcome to Dredge, a eldritch horror fishing game. And I saw it on a YouTuber I watch. I saw it on his channel. And it seemed pretty interesting to me, so I went ahead and bought it because it was on sale. The morning light fills your eyes and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from the boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Morrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Oh well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. I like how you wash up on their dock and you're instantly getting sent off to work. So I wonder why I'm supposed to be in before the night. I assume this is our new boat. It's kind of cute. Alright, I don't know if I'll be bad at it. It's just like a quick time event. It's pretty easy. I wonder if we need any like specific fish. Because we're getting a lot of the same stuff. Maybe I already kind of love the feel of this game. It's kind of got that cottagecore vibe to it. Very minimalistic graphics. I was hitting the wrong button. I guess we'll just fill up on fish. Wait, until we can't. It said to be in before night. Stir water. I think we've already got some of these. I don't need very many of those. I see something glowing yellow over there though. The music just got kind of creepy. I think that's the same thing we've already gotten. I can't look all the way up, so I don't know if the sun is too high or not. I guess we'll do a little bit of exploring now. Wood. Kinda just want to see what this ends up being. Added to cabin. Oh. There's lights to light up the night. Effects of panic. Foghorn to make our presence known. And a spyglass to zoom in. Oh, that's actually really nice. Here's our inventory. A little bit of sword. There's an encyclopedia. Let me have the 2 fish already though. August 21st, 1927. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of the Greater Mara. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hole, but it jolted us around a few times, fell overboard and into the water. We did not see what they were, which was of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I have never known him to be so superstitious. Oh, there seems to be multiple of them. There's another one over there. I feel like we don't have enough for most of the stuff. Toggle our lights. There we go. That's pretty easy. I guess we'll just grab a bunch of these before we have to go in. Looks like exposure to fog and other things increases your panic. Okay. I guess we'll dock over here for the night. You look lost, fisherman. Are you after somewhere to sell your catch? Greater Morrow is on the west side of the bay. Keep an eye on the lighthouse. Wouldn't want to lose sight of it for too long. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles. Hello? Is that a no? I don't believe we met. Forgive me. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps? No. Well, I guess we have to make our way back across. Let's hope the panic doesn't increase too much. Though I do kind of wonder what happens. Though I also don't really want to find out. Oh, that rock just appeared in front of me. No, probably because we can't see too far. It is dark out. Something slithers into your cargo hold. Infected cod? You step onto the dock at the Greater Morrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So, to recap, you may sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Selling fish helps the town and pays off my debt. Got it. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. Though I'm not really sure ours is too fresh. It's kind of infected now. You enter a squalid shack at the fringe of the marketplace. Familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman. Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out there. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for your fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on the other islands might pay you different. But while you're still got a debt outstanding here, I suggest you work on paying it off first. So let's see what you've got. Got a bunch of squid. We're already well over what we owe. Oh, that decreases the value by a lot. Almost double. And these weren't worth very much, he said. But we still did get a pretty decent, really decent amount actually. Okay. I think that's it. The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here. I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you can make use of it. Why don't you take it? A research part? We'll hold on to it for now. One last thing. A local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Why didn't I just get completely rid of my debt? I have definitely enough to do so. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is upfront, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks or any damage at all, I can patch it up. Mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hole she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. definitely need to start off with a repair. Those are both well above what we can afford currently. I don't think there's anything. Oh yeah, we can't afford anything. That's alright though. What we have is good enough for now. Though we can research something. I think we might as well. Oh, we don't even have enough for this one. Alright, we'll get that one then. And since it is nighttime, I guess we'll take a rest. Okay, that was pretty quick. What can I do for you? I'd like to pay off some of my debt. I think we'll go ahead and get all of it out, just so we can move on with the game a little bit. What happened to the last fisherman? The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running around on the reef, even in broad daylight. The shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long. He shan't be missed by us. Now what else can I do for you? I want to ask about the wider region. Certainly. I think this is explaining the other towns. That's all for now. Alright, I guess we'll get to fishing. Now that we already have our debt paid off, I think we can do probably a little bit more exploring. Maybe fish up all the other stuff we missed. We already have completed it. Kinda hope the fish come back though. It'd be kinda sad if they all just instantly got depleted. So maybe we should be more wary of that and only like catch until there's one left. Okay, well, the next one we'll catch until there's one left. I think we're able to catch. No, can't yet. I thought we see the new reel we got allowed us. Oh, it did. Okay. Coastal. Was that already what we had? Luckily, there's a lot of those. I don't want to look at something else though. We have a new cabin entry. August 20th, 1927. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today, we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of the Great Morrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands in the wheel instead of the rods. We were named the boat last night. Truly. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything and an old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he's prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. I guess people are here for like a date. Is that a rig in the background? It looks to be a swamp. I don't really know how far this will be able to travel without a good engine. But so maybe that ends up being the first thing to focus on. But I do want to go over to one of the towns next to us, just to see what exactly it is. I might catch a couple fish on the way though. It looks like it does come back, cause these weren't here. So maybe it actually just randomizes them each day, or each time they come back. Also, I decided to save the town for day 3. I wonder what that is. Giant red beam in the sky. I'm already really loving this game. I'm really kind of a sucker for games like these, the soft, cozy games that always have an underlying like horror element to them. And the art is really good itself too. The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood, with a spring in his step. Fantastic news. Thanks partly to your efforts. Greater Morrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand our facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, and even superior holes. We'll need a decent number of stock materials for these. Lumber, metal scraps, and that sort of thing. How do I get materials? There's plenty of decent materials around the coast, from various shipwrecks and the like. I'm sure you'll find a way to get them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if only half of what you need. I'd assume that'd be a research thing we gotta unlock with. I've had a special order come through for a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. They ask for 1 gold flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that out for you. What have you got for me today? Also, I didn't really expect catch this. It's not really worth much, but now we have a lot of money. Let's see if we can't get... I think we'll get the simple skimmer, because it kind of takes up less space, though I'm not really sure if one's better. I guess I didn't realize the bigger rod was a little better, but that's alright for now. And then we don't have any hole damage either. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to see the fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. That's kind of rude. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Marrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please? Why not? The mayor hands you a small damp packet bound in string. It's dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. Alright. I guess let's go ahead and undock again and go deliver this package. Also, it doesn't seem like the fish respawn, unfortunately. But it's okay, because now we have access to new fish. A floating buoy. This serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscure hazards. This dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. Disturbed water. Yeah, I can kind of see where the fishing speed would play a part, but oh well. Nothing we can really do about it now. Oh, I missed the trophy. I guess continue over to the next town. What? A delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. This smells foul. You obviously took your sweet time getting here with this. You won't let me pay for delivery in this state, but maybe I can give you this. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't seem to make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use of it. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat anytime. I know how lonely it can get. Alright, I guess we'll take our time. Do some kind of read this. Oh, it's like a research thing? But I kinda wanna go out and explore that close town to us. I think we should have a little bit of time at least. But maybe we'll save it for the next day. I don't really want to stick around at night to see what happens. And we're completely full on fish. We need a flounder and an eel. Which we have that. And the gold flounder. Okay. We have both of those things. I really like the weather conditions in this game. The rain is super calming. And it's especially better when we're kind of on edge, in the middle of a deep ocean, with enemies that we can't really tell for sure if they're there. We can only assume that they're there with us. We'll go ahead and talk to the fishmonger. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice until it's all ready to go. There's that one. And that one. And it seems like we got 50 for the both of them. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. A couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night. And well, you know what nights are around here. Good luck. Have you seen that strange red light at night? It seems to be rising from the west. Maybe we should take a little bit of time and go explore. First I want to make an upgrade. I think we should definitely do a new engine. And then maybe that's it for the night. And you know what? We're gonna take a risk. Well, that is much faster. We're gonna take a risk though and go explore that red light. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go. We got a black grouper. Take a couple of those. But we should be on our way. I know we're kind of cutting into the night here, but I kind of do want to really see what this is. Oh, I don't like those sounds. We definitely should not be out here for this long. Oh no. Oh, we can't even get a hold of this stuff. And then there's something behind me. Oh, that sounded like jaws opening. Oh, what is this? Stone trembles before you. Unknown symbols glow from within. A sudden chill rushes through the marrow of your bones, surging up your arm, your neck. A deep vision enters your mind. The town of Greater Marrow burns. The lighthouse lies collapsed, its light extinguished. A red glow fills the sky behind a cyclone that drains the new world. Look at that. Sky's really good looking in this game. I also really do not want to find out what that sound was from the last night. And we're probably being trailed by some horrible monster. Kinda like how they make the fishing pretty easy on in this game. But if I remember correctly, said we needed some squids. But those only spawn at night. For some reason we didn't see any last night. And we also know where to get black groundfish from now. I don't really know how long I want to make this first episode. It's kind of the hard thing about YouTube is you don't really know when there's really a good time to end a video. But we don't have to worry about that for any time soon. I think I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade our light. Because I definitely don't want whatever happened to us last night to happen again. Looks like our book is already at 84% completed. And I can already see that that light visually is a lot larger than the last one. looks like I'm not even able to do anything over at this island. Except going into the closet, I find some horrifying creations. Arterial engine. The bony blades of this grotesque engine are driven by a pulsing heart. It beats in time with your own. Doesn't sound very nice. Sign of ruin. A symbol of the deep is carved into the small talisman. It's sure to draw the attention of those attuned to it. I don't see why not. I should probably go ahead and hurry and get back home. Now that it's nighttime, it doesn't really... Oh, never mind. The light actually helps a lot more. I'm actually sort of able to see the rocks ahead of me. Oh, we should hurry up and get back to town now. It's getting really dark really fast. I don't see any squids either. I guess we'll save it for the next night. We haven't technically slept yet. I think some stingrays over here. Now we're actually just looking for some squids, but stingrays should do. They're a new type of fish anyway. So far I'm really enjoying this game now, I have to say. It's got a really nice vibe to it. I found this book out back, could be useful to you. The fishmonger reaches under the counter and hands you a damp, battered book. A few shimmering fish scales are stuck to the cover. As I was saying, I'm really enjoying the atmosphere of this game so far. It's not quite unsettling, but it's still the atmosphere this game creates is kind of really nice, really relaxing. This wouldn't remind you of a horror game at all at first glance. But I think for when the next night comes, we do have enough speed now. Actually, getting rid of that other engine made us slower. I guess here's what that book uncovered. We have a 10% chance to outproduce fish stocks and catching a fish with a rod. That's actually very helpful. Its description is a hefty tome and laborious read. A heavy tome and laborious read. It goes into great detail about techniques that can be employed to reduce the impacts of fishing upon fish stocks. Mentions something about ensuring a healthy ecosystem for future generations. It's kind of nice to have, even though it's not a great chance, but it's kind of nice just to have. I think we should go out to the backside maybe before it gets too dark, and get the jump on. Or maybe not, if we go to this rainbow pile. I wonder what's in this. A grotesque mackerel? Will they all be like that? No. Just the one. Interesting. And we have a new encyclopedia entry. Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes, like nothing you've ever seen before. It's an aberration of the blue mackerel. It seems like there's 3 different... I think that's it. Yeah, there's 3 different aberrations for each fish, I'm assuming? No, not each fish, but... And we have a new pursuit. Show the fishmonger. So maybe he'll know what to do with it. And if I remember correctly, something sparkling over here. The lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its feet. He pondered the intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin? Its purpose exhausted? The lighthouse towers above. Now, while I do find myself struggling reading a lot of this stuff, I do kind of enjoy the poetic language this game uses. Kind of different from other games, and kind of adds a different flavor to the game, unlike the other ones. Now, we're kind of looking for some squid out here. Hopefully we can find it before it gets too dark. And I think this is another one of those aberrant fish pods. Oh, what is that? In the water over there? And we did get a grotesque squid, it looks like, too. I kind of want to hurry up and catch these and get out of here. Catch as many as we can and turn around. I don't really want to find out what that was in the water over there. I'd much rather let it be. Kind of like the horror element for this game. It does good at making false impressions. It really seems like a cozy little game, and then there's little horrors like that. Fisherman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? She docked here a few days ago for supplies. I suggested she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. You know that. Kinda gives us a purpose. Have you got that fish for the order? I did. And it's a trophy one too. 105. I didn't think you had it in you. Night fishing is a tall order. Been meaning to talk to you about a few business venture I've been considering. Crab pots. I've got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but you could get it fixed at the shipwright. That's for 2 days. I guess we'll hold on to it. Should be pretty straightforward. Just drop it out at sea anywhere, then come back after a day or two and check on it. I've got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. And what is it today? You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach. A small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open from its stomach. He pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. How about 274? A once beautiful handkerchief, drawn from its insides of a grotesque fish, patterned with a delicate crimson thread. I don't think we have anything else. I think we are going to buy an additional crab pot, though. I mean, we might as well. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. That's kind of creepy. I know what you took to the fishmonger. And I'll be clear. I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on the Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Well, I guess we do have to go south no matter what. And I think for now we're gonna swap out this other one. Let's take a suit. And then the bird squid. Tentacles sprout from its glowing core inside a gelatinous sac. Other cores lay dormant alongside. It's pretty gross. And then we have to go over to the Blackstone Isle. Like that. I guess I'll place that there. Oh, I didn't even explore our map. 2 giant red circles. Well, I guess it's another day of not sleeping for us. I feel like the crab pot ability is easy to play with right click. Catch over time, but need repairing over time. I think it said to head south, so I assume maybe this little patch of rock. I think we'll also put our crab pot out here. There we go. Now we should be good. Now I think this was the Blackstone Isles. comprehension. The man is standing in a doorway, watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a collector of many things, art and artifacts, treasures and truths, and curious that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me? You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable. Even after all this time, the handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carried items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be challenging. That's where you come in. My proposition in this: I will outfit your vessel with equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks in dark depths. Find me these lost relics, and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up our fishing career. I'll merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? Well, I say I accept. An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, a music box, and a key. I'd encourage you to ask around towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences, anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. Well, now we have a goal, something to accomplish, but I think I'll save that for the next episode, just because it's getting kind of late, and well, it's kind of better to end these videos on kind of a cliffhanger anyways. Though I don't really know if I can call that a cliffhanger, but I hope to anybody watching, you have a good morning, good afternoon, or even a good night if you're watching this when you're asleep.